What is up, my people? Welcome back to another edition of Singles of the Week. I am your boy Nassim the Dream, and you know how we do it. We are not going to waste any more time. We're going to talk about these new singles. I'm going to give my thoughts, my opinions. Let's get right into it. We're going to kick this thing off with this new Roddy Ricch track featuring Lil Durk. It is called Twin. A little bit iffy on it with the sound choice, in my opinion. When looking at this, I'm really digging the drums on here, but the screeching pulses in the background, they're a bit annoying. I did like Roddy and Durk together on this track, though. They do really pull off some exciting chemistry on here. But, yeah, I mean, overall, just with that, it's not a bad listen. Next, we got rapper JELEEL on a new track, Shots, with the one and only Denzel Curry. Very aggressive, very in-your-face instrumental that brings the noise for sure. I like the intensity a lot, but the sound itself isn't really so great to me. I felt like I wasn't exactly digging JELEEL on here on this track, and Denzel was just decent, but like I said, the beat was just a little bit too much. You know, a lot of aggression. I mean, you kind of hear this really often, especially around the X days, but yeah, no, sadly I don't really like this one. Next, we got a new track from noise rock band Chat Pile. It is called Tenkiller, another killer track from the band. I've been really digging what they've been coming out with as a recent. What I really like about this track, how it becomes like more buried into all different types of distortions and background noises, especially towards the end, because towards the end, it totally goes on like this overload, excuse me, and it sounds insane. Like, it's pretty cool, but everything else is like itself is just a groove, man. I really enjoyed hearing what the band has been coming out with, like I said. Poetically, it seems to like paint this portrait of like this self-hatred, which is adding to the heroism to its theme. It's a great track. Alright, and next we got the lovely Nia Archives with the track So Tell Me. Alright, so with this track, it's greeted with some warm bass, followed with some scattered drum cymbals, guitars, and pads. I think this might be my new one, guys. This might be my new favorite for sure from Nia. This is truly a fantastic piece of alternative R&B music and samba music also on there. Nia is an absolute beauty on this song, like, for sure. The moment we get a break from the drums and we fall into these passages that are like more rhythmic and melodic, there's like this limelight aimed on Nia, and that is just so enchanting. I love this song immensely. You need to check it out. All right, and then we got some killer old school boom bap music out with you guys. We got rappers producer Declaime and Madlib on the track Too Much Clout. Great piece to the aesthetic. The instrumental sounds so vintage. It's like it's being played off a record player, like, for sure. Madlib is just a goat at that, honestly. Declaime killed it as well on the verses, vibing all the way through to the very end. And like, what else can I say? Like, this is some quality hip-hop music. This is my kind of shit right here. It's a must play. Alright, next we got alternative soft rock band SAULT with the track Faith, adding in some reggae flavors onto this endearing vocal performance onto the chorus. Harmonies are packed with a bunch of sweetness to it that I really enjoyed. The R&B influences are absolutely stunning on this one. There's also some wonderful backups into the roads onto this track. Great production, solid writing material. I can truly dig this one. And next we got Colombia's own KAROL G out with the collab, and also teaming up with Avi on the drums. This song is called KAROL. I thought overall this one was okay. It wasn't too distinctive. I mean, you could definitely recognize this sound from her. I mean, she is really good at making this kind of reggaeton music. I mean, she's one of the best in the game right now, honestly. She's really interesting, and the mix is clean overall. Like I said, this isn't really that distinctive at the same time. I mean, you could really pinpoint necessarily any unique traits on here that really make this song stand out to its name, but overall, you know, like I said, mix is clean and performance is okay. I'm fine with this one. All right, next we got this new Cigarettes After Sex track. It's called Pistol. I thought it was nice hearing a new track from Cigarettes After Sex, but unfortunately there's always this like tone shape and progression that we're like so familiar with hearing from Cigarettes After Sex. But there's no like progression into his song creativity and writing. Like I don't mean against like the somber aspects into the color palettes. Like, I do really like that about Cigarettes After Sex. But I really just mean about the structure of the writing per se. Like, I can't really differentiate this track either from the other ones I heard from Cigarettes After Sex. Like, it's undoubtedly losing its touch, even though I think it could really go somewhere, man, but it just really doesn't so far. It's so well. All right, and then next is this brand new Don Toliver single. It's called Do It Right. Terrible sampling. Very terrible. Much of the song is just bad. It's forgettable. Some of the synths on here are also like they'd show some potential that I think that if they were like redistributed into something different that blended more beautifully, it would have excelled, but it just doesn't. I can't vibe to it. And then we got a collection of singles dropped from indie folk singer-songwriter Phoebe Bridgers, a little bit of a Christmas collection kind of thing. But I'm going to be talking about the track So Much Wine. Very true to the folk genre with some blues elements on here and even a little bit of bluegrass on there as well. You can definitely hear that with some of like the strings and just like some of the passages with the way the instrumentals kind of just go about. While they're also being thrown around into like these dark undertones into the playlist that really adds to like that dark folk aesthetic that Phoebe Bridgers has always been really, really good at. The strings kill on this thing, and Phoebe shows out as usual, like tucking in some sneaky harmonies into the blue. It's great. Phoebe Bridgers is, she's awesome. I fucking love Phoebe, and this is a good track. And now we got a remix that I thought would be really worth mentioning on the channel. This is the newest ILLENIUM remix, and this is of Taylor Swift's newest track on the newest record, Antihero. Okay, so ILLENIUM does do some really cool things with the vocal chops and manipulations, but other than that, I was pretty underwhelmed. I mean, it makes sense because he's really good at like making melodies with like some like clean guitar work, but I just would have thought that maybe a little bit more of a twist would have been added to this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of underwhelmed. It could hit to some people, and I think it will, but I really thought that this could have been a lot cooler sounding, and it's just not to me. All right, then next we got this new collab with Pharrell and Travis Scott. It is called Down in Atlanta. This song bumps, dude. Like, I was digging a lot of the oscillation design on here that's going on. Feels very static electronic, too, because of, like, the raw distortions that are really going on. And production overall is pretty solid. Like, Travis sounds fire on here. And I thought some of the autotune moments on there were pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And next, we got a little Christmas jingle from Remi Wolf's interpretation of the song Last Christmas. If you already know me, I'm not that much of a Christmas music kind of guy. I mean, there's definitely some artists that make different twists and turns into some Christmas jingles that I actually think are really, really good. This is kind of one of those things because I do really like Remi Wolf, and she does kind of make this her own and like twists it own with her very cool style that I actually really into in terms of bedroom pop. But yeah, like I said, I'm not crazy about Christmas music like that, and this song's kind of hit or miss for me. But yeah, I don't mind it overall. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, today was a shocker because we just got a big drop from Brockhampton. They dropped not only one of their LPs that I thought was supposed to come out in February, because that's what it said in the description when I reviewed one of their songs. We got 2 LPs. Yes, we got 2. 2! All right? I am so hyped to play this shit, especially because of this song. The song that I will be reviewing is part of the TM album, and it's called New Shoes. This shit is so stupid fire, bro. Like, oh my god, it goes so dummy hard, bro. This time we got the boys on here too, not just Kevin Abstract. The boys are on here going crazy. The hook reminds me of some kind of like Don Toliver sound too, in a good way, by the way. But yes, this song is awesome. It's awesome. I'm so hyped to check out these records. Stay tuned for that. And then we got the epic G Jones back with a brand new song with DJ ISOxo, and the song is called Say What. G Jones has been on an absolute roll with some of the standout experimental EDM that he's been recently coming out with. And the streak continues on here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, this song, it has like some more traditional structures when it comes to EDM music that like most EDM fans are used to, and especially what I'm used to, falls a little bit away from. There's still experimentation on here, especially with the sound design, but structure-wise, it's pretty traditional EDM. But yeah, like I said, there's crazy noise effects on here into the slots. The delays on the leads are pretty wild. The atmospheres are so light and clear. G Jones has really been excelling rapidly recently, dude, as a producer, and he continues to make exceptional sound design, and I'm loving every second of it. All right, and next we got this brand new single from grunge band The Smashing Pumpkins. This is honestly one of the more mild tracks, a little bit under mild, if I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't Billy's best vocal performance, in my opinion. It's one of his least appealing, and there's just some background synths on here that really do sound generic, and yeah, I'm not a fan. Just simply not a fan of the song. Alright, and then this next new track comes from indie pop band Peachtree Rascals with the title Yesterday. Throwing in a little hip hop verses on the track as well, throwing in some versatility. I kind of dig. And overall, this one isn't too bad. I mean, like, if you like indie pop aesthetics, this band is really nice to listen to. They're almost earlier in the days, like with Mariposa. It is a really nice, like, breath of fresh air for sure. And I really like they do, and like when this track in particular, what they do with some of the ambient atmospheres, and the drums are really, really popping in here as well. Overall, it's a fair time. I had a decent time with it. All right, and then we got this new Disturbed album now, and this track is called Bad Man, and it's bad. It's just bad. It's exactly what you thought it would sound like. You don't even need to play it. Recommend you play it like the other tracks so you can get your own opinion. But it sounds like exactly what it is. Alright, the next we got Chicago's own Chance the Rapper back in action with a new single, and this one is called You Know, and it tags along with artist King Promise. The mix is just not good. It is such a mess, very muddy. Everything just blurs into each other, where it sounds like these things are just they're trying to be louder. It's like a screaming contest. Like, there's just like, that's the factor that really messes up this entire experience for me. Like, it's just annoying, and it bothers me the entire time. I can't even really try to figure out what's really going on with everything else, because everything is just cluttered. It's not good. Ending off this week's Singles of the Week, we're going to be ending off with PinkPantheress' newest track, Do You Miss Me? This is a track that I did react to, so I'm going to add the link at the very end of this video. Go check it out. Go check out that reaction. It's a must, so you can hear my full breakdown of the track. But right here, I'm going to give it the final emoji to, finalize how I feel about the track. I'm going to give it the green. It is good. It is a nice dance beat. It's a vibe. I like it. And that is it for this week's Singles of the Week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go on to like, share, comment down below. And don't forget to check out the links down below for each track that I have in the description. To check them out for yourselves. Don't forget to comment below what you thought of these tracks. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Go.